Right then, so I am Laurie Boone, doing a ride to Winchester and the King Alfreds Way. I did one video, took 8 minutes. I thought I'd do another that's quick. Here's all my kit. There's bits and bobs that will enable me to cycle around the King Alfreds Way, self-supported, all the usual stuff, probably way too much of it. The plan is for me to ride from my home in Bridport tomorrow to Winchester, which is the start of the ride, hopefully meet up with a mate, and then attempt in 4 days to do as much of the King Alfred's Way as possible. I'm thinking that we might not get all the way round, but it should be a good crack, and we'll see what happens. Give it a go. Right, good morning. I've just left the house on the start of my ride to Winchester. Quite apprehensive. The bike is very heavy. We're talking like 25 kilos. I'm quite heavy. I don't know how many kilos, but at least that, if not that again. But it is a beautiful morning. The sun is shining, and we'll see how we get on. First issue of the day, forgotten my bladder pack that also has my tea and coffee and a spare bank card in it. Back I go. So just doing a little bit of maths, working out my ride length today. If all goes to plan, I make it to Winchester, which is 90 miles, so I'm aiming for 10 miles an hour, which will take me to about 7 o'clock this evening. Well, my GPX file is taking me all over the place. Pretty beautiful, really beautiful views though. Oh, it's hard work. The bike is heavy. I am on National Cycle Network, Route 26, and I've got to say, it is blooming gorgeous. If you ever get a chance to come and ride around Route 26 near Maiden Newton, I'd highly recommend it. It's just glorious little hamlets, rolling countryside and quiet lanes. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Just rolling through Dorchester. We're about 20 miles in. It's gorgeous. Going well. Starting to learn that the off-road miles are a little bit harder than the road miles. We're outside Bovington firing range, and you can smell gunpowder in the air and hear gunshots. Crikey. 7 miles to Poole, pretty cool. Thank you very much. Cheers. This is just outside Wimborne. It's gorgeous, woodland path. I'm just following the GPX. I don't really know where I am. So we're nearly at the 60-mile mark. My knees are recovering after a little sit down and some food. A bit overcast, I put a slightly warmer jacket on. But it's awesome to be out on your bike, looking at nature, soaking up new sights, new sounds. Oh, I'm very happy. Just that quiet time, putting some miles in, bit of effort. It's good, man. More lovely tracks. Absolutely no idea where I am. Look at this. stunning. Really, really lovely. I think we've made it to Southampton. We are 20 miles from our destination of Winchester. Not bad. Okay, I'm about 5 miles outside Winchester. I'm really starting to need to stop riding. I've bought some extra supplies and the plan is to go and try and find somewhere to camp. I had a little look-see for legitimate paid campsites, but there weren't really any options. So I've spotted some woods just outside Winchester. So we're off to recce those. Really, it's my only option. I've not got much left in the tank. We're at about 92 miles. It's a lovely evening. I'm ready to stop and enjoy it. Over and out. I don't know if you can see that in the distance, but that looks like shelter. Right, it's a bit mad, but I'm basically going to camp in this wood, and I'm really hoping that these paths are not too regularly frequented, but I reckon if I go down here into this little bit of cover, I should be relatively comfortable and private. This is me, 92.83 miles, set up camp here. First night wild camping in the UK. Let's just see what happens. Morning. So that was a relatively good night's sleep actually. Certainly I wasn't too cold and I was relatively comfortable, and I slept intermittently. That's what's going to happen, I think, when you're slept in a little wood by a motorway in the middle of sort of nowhere. But yeah, it's all right. Here's my setup. Got my little tent back to front. Had a coffee so far this morning. Lucky pan. Still got my bike, which is good. I'm gonna get myself packed up and then head into Winchester, get some breakfast, try and find Baker. Here we are, they're basically packed up, ready to go. Got to get rid of my rubbish, leave no trace, and then King Alfreds Way, here we come. I rode 5 miles to Winchester and then I popped into a local bike shop because the bike was not fitting me very well and I really wanted to get comfortable for the off-road miles that were coming up.
How you feeling, Bakes? Hype. King Alfreds, let's go.
If you were going to describe how you're feeling in one word, what would it be?
Trepidatious.
Oh, right. We should be going left. Was there a left-hand turn? This is saying we should be over in that field somewhere. Was there a left-hand turn? So, we've just had a case of the exploding chains. I'm nipping back to Winchester to get Baker a new chain. Cool. Right, third time's the charm. Alfreds Way, and it's glorious. I'm absolutely rinsed from yesterday.
There is something about your style, about the way your body moves when you talk. First I didn't get it, but now I'm wild, sitting in front of you, acting cool and all. I didn't even try to play my game, cause it seems that you just changed the rules. I wanna ask you for this dance, but you just giving me that glance. What shall I do? Oh!
After lots of mechanicals in the morning, we'd gone on to have a really awesome day riding the King Alfreds Way in reverse from Winchester to Petersfield. Just outside Petersfield we found a really nice woodland where we camped for the evening. I was perfectly warm in my little tent, but Baker was pretty chilly with his bivvy and tarp set up.
Bakes, how was last night?
A little bit chilly around the tootsies,
I
but
think
lovely.
because your one word was trepidatious, I think.
Trepidations are gone. Trepidations are gone. That's all about getting rolling. Getting a full day cycling.
Yeah, man. So it is 8:30. See what happens.
The riding just outside Petersfield and round Liss Forest was really spectacular.
We're straight to that dark section full of mud. We're near the Devil's Punch Bowl.
The gravel and sand tracks were pretty hard going, but we just kept pushing on and had a really great morning.
Not sure how steep this looks, but I can tell you it feels and looks very steep from where I'm pushing. Yeah. Quite right.
The afternoon was a glorious mix of sunshine and showers. We enjoyed towpaths, roads, forests. It was a really, really awesome afternoon. Once again, we just used Google Maps to try and find an empty, quiet spot of unloved land where we could pop our tents up without causing any havoc. This evening, Baker decided to sleep slightly more comfortably in a ditch, and I once again used my little tent to keep me warm overnight. I think the verdict was that the ditch was certainly warmer, with less through draft, and that Baker had a slightly more enjoyable night. It was a short final day as we headed into Reading, where Baker caught a train home and I transferred over to Andover to ride to a friend of ours living just outside Salisbury.
So I've made it to Andover and I'm cycling towards Salisbury, and this is the last little bit I'm going to do over these few days. It's safe to say it's been awesome and that my legs are done doing the Bridport to Winchester on a slightly ill-fitting bike that weighed 25 kilograms. Has kind of done me in. Anyway, I've been outside, I've been on the bike, I've been with a buddy. It's been awesome. Roll along the last 20 miles, have a shower and a sit down. Good times. I stink! I absolutely stink. Time to get off the bike. It's been good. I'm knackered.
I'm afraid it's a bit of an abrupt ending, but after 224 miles, mostly off-road, I really didn't have much left in the tank. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments.